You want me to get some background on this video?
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
maybe I'd
dude.
said at the beginning of the video. I don't remember this. So we're
For
at Winter
sure.
Park. Shout out Winter Park. Phenomenal club. Phenomenal run. Unbelievable facility and environment. Some of the, well, if not the like, that club is amazing. Amazing. So we go and we're there just for our first time ever. Was not this past summer, the year before. So this is 2 summers ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we go and they're like, yeah, our 18s team or 17s at this age is the best in this side, East Coast, and going for a national championship. I said, okay. And they heard you're in town. We arrive. Let's say we arrive on a Friday. They're like, we're doing like a clinic or whatever. And then they're like, they want to play you guys. I'm like, they want to play us? So this summer, as you saw in this well, we're still releasing a lot. We're going to be releasing a lot more of these types of videos here pretty soon here. But we played a lot more this summer. This summer right here, though, or this past summer. This summer that you're seeing 2 summers ago, we did not play at all. I think, as you can see in our play, it was not good. It was, at least myself, I was treacherous. I think like I hit like -1,000. And so then they switched me back to libero because I was so bad at hitting, as we should have. And so like they want to play us tonight. So then we just grabbed together people like that we had no idea or whatever. Obviously, I'd say this past summer, we were a little more prepared, though, I will say, in terms of our team. But because they said they want to rematch right after this. So then, yeah, that happened. But anyways, that was what happened. We said, okay, we'll put it together. And then Mac May was by far our best hitter. She's an animal. That's why she's in Japan.
She is incredible.
Yeah,
dude, she's
pretty nuts.
Hey, Eli, you're in next game then after that. What's the plan? Win. Who's gonna hold serve receive? That's all it is. I'll be libero. I'll take most of the court.
Shout out that guy to my right there. That guy? He was, I forget his name. We hadn't played middle. And this is actually a true definition of a real team player. He goes and he's a lefty. He's like, we won this set. I remember the second set. And right when I put him in the middle, he's like, I'm usually right side. Can I play? And he kept asking me to play right side. I was like, bro, we're winning if you in the middle. You're going to stay. We have no middles. Stay in the middle. It's like, okay, yeah, but I can play right. I'm like, bro, you're doing great. Stay in the middle. And he stayed in the middle, and we ended up winning. But yeah, sorry, we can press play here. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I've got short.
So if you want me to talk about anything, just say, hey, like in the situation you did this.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like, for the most part, I can follow.
Yeah, cut whenever you need to. Or let me know and I can pause whenever. But I mean, already off the rip, I have a question.
Yeah.
Serve receive, right? Or I guess just defense. Whenever you're back row, you're talking to like some of the highest level athletes on the planet, and yet you still are communicating consistently, right? Like, how important is that as a young libero, or like where did that kind of click for you that you have to be constantly in communication?
Well, good news is, I don't know if you could tell, I can't shut my mouth to begin with, so it kind of gives me an outlet there. Second is, I'd say that's my leadership style, and for me, I think the players around me, I think for me, they have a level of respect for me where they know if I'm talking to them, I'm trying to help or whatnot, and they take it into account. So for me, whether it's in a video like this where I'm playing with, okay, maybe obviously you have Mac and Joe, maybe some rec level players or something like that. Communication helps guide. If we're playing it for the first time, the more I communicate to you in a certain way, obviously, I'm not saying, oh, I want the ball tighter here. No, but like communication or what to expect and what needs to, like, I don't know. It's a fine line because you can have people going and being like the wrong people talking, if you get what I'm saying here. The ones that should not be talking are the ones talking. You know what I'm saying? So one, know your place, be real with yourself. That doesn't mean you have to be a crazy high level player to communicate and be effective, but just know your role. So my role is, okay, I know probably the best serve receiver on my side right now. So I'm gonna be like, okay, my job is to make my hitters feel comfortable and give as many opportunities as possible. Right? So I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm seeing left here. This is what you're gonna do in this situation. Turn my right. This is what he's gonna do in this situation. Be ready for this. If he goes to zone 1, I will have this and this and this, and then now let's roll. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of it is I'm saying, hey, this is what I'm gonna do, and watch out what this server's gonna do. It's not a lot of, hey, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. It's more of what to
Suggestive,
expect. And,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Left here. He's gonna aim for you. He's gonna cut it.
Yeah, so there, like I said, I'm trying to just like say, hey, watch out for this seam here. But nothing, like I said, I'm not trying to demand anything right now. I think, yeah. And then certain guys, I remember he was hitting mainly the seams or whatever, and sometimes he tried to go to one, and I'd be like, but he'd be missing a lot. As a serve receiver, that's when you want to be like, okay, shift over and leave one open and see what he can then. This is a 17-year-old kid, by the way. I'm not trying to be like this 17-year-old kid.
Give Little Park some credit. These guys are animals, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, but like even at the top level, it's like that though.
For sure.
But yeah, a lot of these guys I just met like an hour ago. And then for me, I know also my strength is serve, so that's the biggest thing.
I was asking him. Yeah. Sorry, but I was asking Jared. I was like, how much do you think Gage works on his serve? Because like I know liberos usually aren't serving, but obviously with your background, like how much of that is part of your training regimen?
You're looking at it right now. This is me working on it right now in the game. So for me, if you're fortunate to play in the last 3 years, I was on a team that had like a lot of mini games where I'm always touching and contacting the ball.
Yeah.
But in terms of actually, I'm serving very rarely. Remember good crack. Remember last time, my past. I'm talking about my past couple of because I spent 3 years there, and here I'm still filling things out.
Yeah.
When we had a good lefty server, they would put me back there against the outsides and like start bombing serves. I'm not gonna say I was an animal, just lighting them up, but let's just say things went my way. But no. So for me, then I'm fortunate enough where genetically I was gifted with a really good arm and a really good snap. And I worked on those. My dad, being the maniac that he was in middle school, he would have us like go right after middle school, hit 100 shots on this cone, 100. So my shots are pretty good in that way. But also genetically, I was talented. That I don't have a high vertical, as you guys can see here. Like I hit certain shots, people are like, oh, that's probably because he's a really good vertical. No, I do not. That is a big mistake that people think I have a high vertical. I do not. I have a good arm and I have a good snap. So it makes it look like what angles people would need to get higher. It's more of a cut here or a cut here for me, and good contact. I don't jump high. But no, I don't really work on it at all. But I was luckily, I worked on serving a lot when I was younger. Float and spin and everything, and it comes naturally to me too, so I'm lucky with that. But also, you see that low toss there. I'm luckily because of my compact arm swing and my good snap. The low toss is less variables for me that I can't control. It's everything's compact, everything's perfect for me right there, so it makes it more consistent. And that's because my arm swing. I'm not suggesting low arms. Some guys, I'm like, you should not be doing low toss. Just arm swing not fast enough, etc. Or even if you do, like, you can probably generate more heat with higher toss, but you don't. But for me, in this instance where basically 17-year-old kids, I can afford to be like more compact and whatnot and just focus on really, really being consistent. Yeah.
Cool.
You can keep playing here, but the biggest thing here I want to talk about is also, as players, is eliminate the easy balls. Eliminate the tips and everything. In terms of getting beat on them. As a defender, my job is to handle tips, easy balls like this. Pause it really quick.
Yep.
That guy's a setter. So middle back was new to him. That's something, and I had my fair share of mess ups. This is just a perfect example. You can't let tips and easy, eliminating those, whether you're at the highest level or the lowest level, eliminating those are so important, right? You get so many games, especially at the youth level, that if I'm a coach, and my brother always talks about this too, eliminating the easy balls, always. Don't let them beat you on that, and then make them beat you on the hard balls. But that's something I want to talk about, yeah. And also mention.
I actually say that a lot, is there's like, especially on defense, there's two types of balls that you have to pick up, and it's the soft stuff away from you, and it's the hard stuff that comes right at you. And that's kind of like my focus of the categories of like, okay, if they take a great swing and they hit the hell out of the ball and it goes over there, like, no worries, that's fine. Yeah. But we got to be able to run down the soft stuff and not let them get away with the cheap stuff, because we lost a tournament in Vegas Nationals one year for the bronze match where it was just this middle just tipping over our middle every time. Like, this dude wasn't gifted with a lot of height, but he was just going up and just the tip just every time. And those are definitely the balls I think that make the biggest impact on translating into more.
What I've noticed too is your biggest flaws will always come back to haunt you. So if you're not really good at easy stuff, or Emily, I'm not saying your team's not good at that. This is something that just kind of thought of that. P.S. If your team's listening, get your. No, I was kidding.
No, please.
No,
all of them. Every team we could
100%.
No, but like my team is, or me, when I wasn't so good at something, it would always come to bite me in the butt later, like when the key moments, championship or something like that, and I'd be like, man, in the game you're like, I'm gonna go do 500 reps and get better at this, like right after you lose, and then you end up doing nothing, and then okay, and then you know. You're like, man, I really got to work on this. And then after a couple of days, you're like, I don't really want to work on that, you know. Who wants to work on something they suck at, you know? So that was for me. And even now to this day, I'm like, okay, like there's some certain stuff that I should have worked on earlier, but I'm working on it now. But obviously I wish I worked on it earlier, you know? So keep that in mind if anyone listens out there for a team or whatnot.
For sure.
Good pass, good one. Having Joe as a setter also really helps. Helps.
I would imagine.
But yeah, easy balls like this. It's okay though. But like I said, he played great. He was a big reason we won. Run it, Joe in the middle, outside. Nice. Yeah, they're automatic together. Those two are freaking automatic together. Remember,
how tall is she?
She's a little taller than me, like 6'3", I want to say. And Joey hit here. Good rip. Nice, Fatty. Mac. Good tip here. Nice, easy ball. Good. Transition, good. We get a good rip off it. That's an okay mistake. When those mistakes kind of happen, you can keep playing. It's okay. When those mistakes kind of happen, that's completely okay.
Yeah.
And so you see in the float balls, you have to be extra aggressive, try and take as many balls as possible. Let my hitters go. Again, wait, let me come on. I forgot what I was saying there. Sorry, I didn't see what I was saying there. Sorry, I can't. It's
you just said don't let tip shot, which is exactly what you're talking about
and that's a big thing. You're gonna hear me say that in all my videos. Do not let the tip shot. Do not let the tip shot. Yeah, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, making sure everyone's together. I think I mixed between float and spin here because I didn't know what my team needed or it needs something different. Tip, touch. Okay, see what we got here in transition. Good play by them. Good play. And that play they can have. There's a give and a take in volleyball, right? So we can pause here really quick. There's a give and a take in volleyball, and I think it's different. Even talking to my girlfriend who's playing on the best team in the world right now in Italy, it's and I think she understands it now. But she would like watch my games and she'd be like, "Did you play well? Like you missed this and this." She's a very, very high level volleyball player. But it's just a difference of. No, she would always be not like that, but I'd be like, yeah, I think this happened, and I'd be like, all right, whatever, it doesn't matter. And in the girls' game, there's not much of a give and take on average, right?
Mm-hmm.
So by give and take, it's like, okay, if guys are really physical, they're gonna be able to hit this, and this. If this happens, you give it to them, whatever. This happens, you give it to them, whatever. Girls. A lot of good physicalness, but physicality. But I would say there's more defense. There's more of a chance on defense. Mm-hmm. So whether it's serve or whatever, you know, like guys, good servers, pop it up. That's what we're looking for, right? Yeah. Girls, I don't think there's ever a time when you're like, or on average, you ever like just pop it up. You know what I'm saying? That's not realistic as much. So I think that there's a give and a take. So like I said, they make plays like that. Bravo, you let them have it. Next play, you know. But again, the easy plays, the medium plays, the transition, make sure you do everything to your possibility. That's the stuff you have to be like, okay, I have to be really, 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 really good at this. Also, Graf teaches you that too, you know. And then she played grass actually, and then I'd tell her they were trying to. Remember, I'm not some guru here again, but I played a little bit of grass here, so I'm like, you got to give and take, and that concept is a little new to them because she played with two other indoor players. I'm like, they do this, let them have it. Do this, have them have it. Where are they scoring? Majority of their points, majority of the time, where's the ball going to go? That's where you got to defend, you know? And so then they started doing stuff like that. Actually, I take that back. I am a guru. I know everything. After saying that out loud and after hearing myself talk, I'm so amazing. And no.
Someone pay this guy.
But no, the give and take is definitely big when it comes to the men's game or swimmers game.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, but constant height, always on your team. Constant feedback. Okay. Yeah, tip good, taken care of. Get a swing off it. We want to get a tip, get a swing off it, and boom. And that's what wins. And there we go. That's why I feel pumped about covering tips, baby. Oh, that fires me up. That tip they can have. That was a good play. Very, very
That's a give.
Yeah. Again, I'm trying to be as extra aggressive as I can. Good high ball. See this high ball? We're always putting high balls in the net in terms of defense and everything. Sorry, I don't really see what I'm saying right now. I apologize here.
I can try again.
Maybe, yeah, if you can get audio, maybe it'd be better there.
Yeah.
Maybe, my bad.
No, that's totally my fault. I don't know.
Nah, take your time.
Let me see.
I know they're going to be technological. Trust me, I know.
I got it. It's this
There's
button
a little,
right here.
There it is.
Bro's cooking, bro. Oh, there we go. We here?
Yeah. How's that?
There we go.
Let me turn this closed caption off too.
Good. Oh. Yeah, so that happens, but one. Joe loves the middle. Joe loves running that middle. He loves establishing the middle and the pipe. So I think I go back to spin. I don't know why. So I'm like, you know what? Suck it, 17-year-old. I'm going to try to get my anger out, my angst and anger. But no, they're a really good team. Great set by them. Good. Oh, that's nice. And then so pause really quick. I want to say something about Joe. Never, ever take. Oh my God, I feel so bad. This kid was carrying us on the outside. I want to point that out. I forget his name. I'm sorry. I apologize. He's a great. He's a setter, so he's naturally just taking that ball.
Yeah.
Never take a second ball from my brother. I can tell you, bro. I'll move back here too. I will have a ball as a libero. The ball can be dug right here. It's gonna land right here, and the ball is this high, and Joe will be running from 2, and I'm at 5. If I take it, he'll kill me. He will swat me. He will lay me out. He's known for taking like 7-footers out. He goes, do not touch the ball. Ever.
I think that's a good lesson to learn as young setters though, right? It's like you gotta go after every one.
Yeah.
That's your ball.
Yeah. And establish. I'm like literally I really want to go for it, and I'll just go like this. No, I'm not touching it, you know? And also, I'm not saying that for all setters, because not all setters are capable of making a sliding jump set from the ground to the outside.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
But also, know your setters. If they need a little more help, then take it. But if you're really aggressive setters, like I have all my life, get the heck out of there. Yeah, you're best player. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's like plays like that. Hands. Love the hands. Big hands, guy.
Watch it short, Izzy. Watch it short.
You like hands on top or just hands on float?
I'll tell you what, actually, recently I've been just like raw dogging these spins, bro. I just been like taking them with my hand, and I'm like, I have a video of this actually. I had one guy, Moss, this big Cuban opposite last year in the semifinals. Rimps the ball. On video, it doesn't look as fast, but
yeah,
it was like, I only know kilometers an hour. It's like 120 something, which is kilometers. You can do the math.
Like 65, 70. Yeah.
And I just raw dogged him with my hands. Not to say I'm amazing or anything. It's just been kind of happening. I did it last night again. Typically with only floats, but I also got ace last night too by trying to go hands on the hybrid. So I don't, like I said, I'm not some guru. Errors happen. So again, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna let her play for a little. Good play. Ooh, big one. See, show some love there. Yeah. He did great. This time. Easy play. I mean, easy roll shot. And we want to get a swing off. Usually okay. So usually pause really quick.
Yep.
Know your surroundings. Okay. In this setting, you can't expect them to be perfect. Actually, I remember this last video you made, Nate.
Yeah.
I remember I yelled at Blake, and I was like, "Come on, you got to hold certain people to a higher standard."
Yes, absolutely.
Right. So this is a pro team. Or in transition, we're not going to get killed like that, or better swing. You're gonna be like, "Come on, like guys, like you're gonna get on." But the fact that we got easy ball, good set, good swing. we're okay with that. So know your
Yeah.
surroundings too. So that's also a big thing as a leadership. You have to understand what your team makeup is capable of. And then that way you're not like an asshole. I was an
Yeah.
asshole in that this is the Blake when I put it on the net and he free balled her over because he knows better and he should be ready to attack.
Mm-hmm.
But I would never yell at anyone on here. Maybe it's
Right.
Joe or something, and vice
Yeah.
versa.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like in these instances, it's definitely that's okay. But usually, if it's a higher level, I'd be like, God, we need a better X, Y, and Z on that.
Right. It also comes with chemistry too, I would imagine. Right. Like there's
Yeah,
some.
yeah.
some
First day
players
on the job here for us.
Yeah.
Good for now.
So show some love there for sure.
Yes, there we go.
Jump back to my jump spin. Ooh, little shorty.
Short.
Suck it, 17-year-old. Good. Yo, also in this instance, you have to realize. What a rip by Joe there. Sorry, I keep stopping, but also you have to realize I think that again, you have to realize the standard.
Yep.
That as a good leader, I think understands. I just need this from you. I just need this from you and this from you. And for me, I have to handle this, this, and this.
Mm-hmm.
But I will never ask that from you and you. If I know this is where your skill level is, that's okay. That's completely okay. I think the bad leaders, when they're inefficient at something, then they start to be even more like an a-hole.
Yeah.
Right? And I think knowing that, okay, for me, I'm like, okay, I want to neutralize as many situations as possible for the team around me. And so when we play these pickup games, I'm like, okay, you'll see that a lot. I think that it'll be like, I'll get mad at myself, but I'll never get mad at them for the same stuff, you know? And knowing that, I think is important of a leader too.
Yeah.
So this is why I'm also really best up here.
Spin. Come on,
It's the run right back.
Come on, that's the one, Mac. Oh, sorry, Izzy. Don't dig a ball. Don't hit
The run by them.
front row.
Good short ball.
Oh, nice serve.
See,
Here we go,
big
Izzy.
man.
Come on. Nice little tip.
He's back.
I said, so usually what happens, I think,
Outside.
so pause really quick right there.
Yep.
Also, when you get to a good point of reading, and I think my brother and I have been around someone's volleyball and have good volleyball minds where we're not just thinking about just what happened, but what's coming next.
Yeah.
Is I think I really some videos about this, and I'm not always right. I want to point that out. But knowing what's coming next comes with experience. So this is why I'm always trying to communicate with my team.
Mm-hmm.
My brother knows this, and I know a pretty good volleyball mind, so we're always trying to communicate with that with the team around us. And I think that also gives. So for a Vijay example, I say you move up, grab the tip, and then they hit it past them. That's my fault, and I always take accountability for that. So also as a leader, I think you should know when you're wrong too, and admit when you're wrong, and you should. That way, the team has more respect for them.
Right.
Sweet. That's the
All right, that was 9-man there.
9 men. Give it up.
Stay. Come on.
Oh, he got me there. Good shot by them.
Joe. Come on, Joe.
All right. Good tip by them.
It's a crazy tip.
Those plays are fine.
Joe. Get up.
Joey, nice set. Always err on the net. Always
Yeah.
put the ball second touch on the net. Always.
What's the philosophy behind that? Because that's something that I'm trying to figure out how to communicate with the kids that I coach. Is like, I give them a spot on the floor to set an assistant ball. For the most part, it's like, I don't have a specific spot, I guess.
When you're older and maybe like at a higher level too, it's like obviously you're more physical and stuff, so we try and put it on the net because then we can joust. We can do a lot of stuff with recycle. It's also hard on the block. When a ball comes like from here, like we always say, like at the pro level, it's better to send the ball over the net than off the net for us. Because we want to be aggressive. We want to be practicing. Even if I'm like running and I'm like 20 feet off the court, they'd rather me send the ball over trying to put it on the net than off the net. Now, as with the younger team, maybe less physical team, you can kind of, I've heard like the 3x3 rule of the 3x3, I think, or 5x5. Like I've heard this rule and stuff. Yeah. And my brother, he can answer this question better than I can. When he works with setters, he always talks about, he has like specific spots when it comes to ages and stuff. Like age is okay, you can put like specific spots out, but when you're around 17, 18-year-old boys or physical girls, I'm not as familiar with. Yeah. Maybe not as physical at that age. I don't know. On the men's side and like the high women's, like in like when older like women and stuff, and like college, like high level college, put that ball in the net always, and let your boys kind of go like joust, swipe, recycle. Yeah. Again, it makes it way harder on the block. You put a ball from off the net. How many times are you getting a good rip on that? And how many times are you getting blocked? You know. Yeah. Also, if you try and recycle from off the net, it goes straight down every single time. So putting on the net, you saw that. Okay, we can do something with it. We can make do. We can get maybe a second chance on it. Right. Come on, Joel. They really keep serving me. I'm not passing amazing, but it worked out. Yeah. Good serve, man. Come on. I will probably put me in the middle back. There we go. I started. The good thing about being the full-time libero is you're serving twice.
I did say that.
Server. Also, pause really quick right there. Really quick. Middles. This guy's a great middle. This guy's a great guy. Great kid. Again, I feel bad being critical of like 17-year-olds. No. But this is just a lesson. Too many times, even at this level, even at the pro level, like high level middles, they see a ball and just on the net. You want to keep the ball as much as possible. They see a ball in the net, they just want to, and then all of a sudden they just give a free ball over like this, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Keep the ball. Ball is tight. You see really high level middles. They're really good at balls tight. They still either they do something really good with it, or they use it at least like get a free ball back, if not a kill. Yeah. Or they just play it up. And they keep it. Like, even on the second touch, they see it and they just whack it over when they could have a set right here and set it, you know? Yeah. I think that's a volleyball IQ. I think it's also a problem with, like, a lot of time. Like, males are too specialized at a young age when these other countries don't do that. And so they're really good at setting. They're really versatile. They're really good at free balls. They're really good at passing, you know, X, Y, and Z. Like, in France, they're not. They only play 3v3 until they're 14 or so. So there's no middles, no specialized. They play 3-on-3 volleyball, the best form of learning everything in volleyball until they're 14. And so they're good at everything.
We'll definitely have to touch on that later on after this. That's such a good point.
And then we get a kill off that because in a crucial moment at 18, now 18, because in 1917. With our best server in the line. And the momentum's now on our side. So the small stuff like that. Now, like I said, no hate to this kid or anything like that. Now that situation, that's where you go for the kill. We can get a good swing on it right there. Good. Tip. Yeah. You see that at a young age a lot more. You can keep playing, but you see that at a young age more when the guys are, you know, they give you more errors and stuff, and they're just young kids first learning. But a lot of situations you want to be not trying to force a situation that's just not there, and just give what's taken to you, and not try and just power trip try to get a kill. Nice one. There we go. So, that was a good swing by him. They're a physical team, man. This team was really physical. Gage being super aggressive and shanking, but don't worry, Joe. Where's it? Oh. And this is why I pause really quick. Yep. Oh. The biggest thing is I think that this is where experience shows a little more here. It's easy to kind of get mad, and I was mad at myself. But to get like really down on yourself, but aces happen, you know. Yeah. Obviously, if, maybe you're not a good passer, you're not experienced, and you don't have a lot of confidence, is when I think players can, like, shut down, especially at this point of the game. The biggest question I get is, how do I come back after an error? Like, how do I come back from that? A lot of times it's experience, it's confidence, and it's hard to realize when you're in that state. Like, even if you're going through stuff over here, like, at this level, too, it's, like, it's hard to get out of that funk.
Yeah.
But experience, reps, and knowing that you've done it, it comes with time too. But aces just kind of happen, and you just got to be ready. Like ace is a critical time, which can't happen. Well, it wasn't ace, but a crappy pass that shouldn't have been. It's something that you got to move on from. And I have no idea how to respond right here or what happens next. Remember, I made some adjustments with Mac here. So I was a little too aggressive there. Or no, I said you just go here, and I'm gonna take it again. And I forget what happens. Let's see here.
As soon as he tosses, just go. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. And then I baited him into it. Sucking 17-year-old.
Gage is like, I did that. I did that.
And then we ended an ace. Good job, Mackie.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh no, we don't have. That's not over. That's tough. It's okay. We just want to play more volleyball.
Come on, Mizzy.
That's a dot.
That's that. And that's our boy right there. See, just show him some more love.
That's the play.
Also, watch your language kids when you're playing.
That was a little tight. No.
Show him love. See.
Do not. If it's my middle is. I know, but you were good blocking though. Oh yeah. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I know you want to play right side, but if we're winning with that lineup, play wherever you want me to play. That's why I'm asking. That's why we're gonna stay with this lineup. Stay middle. Yes. Watch. You're gonna make.
He does not want to play middle.
You haven't already. Watch.
It's sorry if you have that questions after this.
No, you're good. Keep going.
When you're meeting people for the first time,
Yeah.
right? I know how to system and I know its reach and everything. So chances are, like in this environment, specific environment, people will maybe know of us, right? And honestly, I don't really care what public people think, but I make sure I try to do my best not to come off like an asshole. But in this situation, it's like, dude, like, I don't care. Give me 17-year-old kids out there because we lose. I'm gonna hear about it, and they're gonna give me, or like this is a we're not losing the situation here.
Yeah.
So it's like it's like I'm always the guy that be like, no, you're gonna play this, and you're gonna play this, and you're gonna play this, and maybe you come off like an a-hole at times, but at times I'm like, dude,
I think you handle that very well. I mean, we don't want to hold your time for too long. I think